Right, so that's my
At least you can say that.
There's a specific folder you have to save files.
Oh.
It's the same one.
I wonder why I get two drives effectively
SD card.
come up. Yeah, especially.
It's Garmin, they're not very good with software.
Okay, so this is, I've only had this Garmin a couple of weeks. It's a 820, so it's one of the later ones. But I think I think we can go into the differences between them. But again,
And the 1000 series are very similar.
yeah, and they do the full mapping. So they, the earlier ones, I think, they give you a cue sheet or. Okay, so they still give you the alerts, do they? And they say turn left, turn right.
Yeah, they say when to turn left and turn right.
Okay, but what you typically do, once you've copied the file on and you start it up, I think when you start it, it says I've found a new route or something like that. But on my one, you go into navigation and then into courses and saved courses. And then these are the files that I've loaded onto it. So the ride I did yesterday, Kevin Hinton's B ride, I've got on there, which was 50.3 miles. So I just click on it and it would say loading. I can then look at the summary, or the map of it. And again, I don't know if the earlier Garmins do this, but this one actually shows you the route as if we were looking at it on Strava.
It's in the flame, you can't really see it, it's in the blue, light blue.
Oh yeah.
That's the actual route.
Oh, right, that's the
You can zoom
route.
in the plus sign.
Oh, right, so you can zoom in.
Focus isn't quite.
Just see it. So
Okay.
point to point, you can see the start, the red and the green, the
It's heading down towards Hove and back. And
Green
then
is back.
Sure, isn't it? Yeah.
And then, so once you've got that on there, all I do on here is then just click on ride, and it loads it, and it actually says, do you want me to navigate you to the start of the course? Or if you're already there, you can just say no to that, and it'll then calculate all the turn-by-turn instructions.
If you said no, I don't want to navigate to the beginning course, I just want to start.
It'll say you're off course until you're actually
Until you
on
find your
on the course. Yeah.
But it will
It's
navigate you
actually good,
to.
that's a good.
only if you said yes to navigate to the beginning of the course. That's like a normal sat nav. It's saying, hang on a second, you want to go to Affogato, you're
Yeah.
here. And your route goes from Affogato round, it'll direct you, independent of everything you've done.
Sure.
Garmin will
But
navigate
suppose
you
I'm
to-
already a mile down the road towards Shoreham, and I want to go, okay, I don't want to go back to the beginning.
and say no.
Say no, and then it will then carry on. It will
When
then
you
direct
pick
me
the
to
road, when you find the road you're on, it'll work out which direction you're going on, and a few seconds later it'll say, all right.
Right. Okay, that's good to know.
It's just a way of getting you to the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Because
basically
I've
it.
tried to do that, and then I've sort of cycled. I've said yes, then I've cycled towards where the destination, and it keeps wanting to draw me back.
Yeah, trying to get you to the beginning. Trying to get you back to Affogato each morning. Also, once you've loaded the course like that, remember to hit the start button on your Garmin, because otherwise you're not recording your route.
Yeah.
I think that's what I did yesterday. It was all on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're navigating, but you're just not recording.
Your
Wow.
device will go, oh yeah, I'm on the route, that's really nice, but it doesn't know you're actually riding
No.
it.
This one now, actually, if it says there's some settings you can do, you can get it to auto start once you're exceeding, I don't know, 6 miles an hour or something, or you can ask it to prompt you. So if you've started riding without starting the Garmin, it say, hey, hang on, do you want me to start recording your ride? So I don't know, it might be a new feature on this particular one. But what I could show you, if I can get the network again, if I show you Strava on the phone and how I would go about loading the course and riding it on an iPhone. So you can do the same thing on your iPhone as opposed to, yeah, which
Doesn't it drown your battery?
it does, yeah. So I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Widgets, I think, something.
I'm terrible at getting, yeah. I'm terrible at focus. It's about as good as it gets, isn't it? So,
Too close.
yeah.
Got some nice photos.
Not your screen.
Yeah, it
No
is.
pictures of
Yeah. So, and hopefully, I mean, again, this is going to rely on whether the network on it works. Okay, so. It's not, is that as good as it? Okay, so on here, I mean, if I click on, it's record, isn't it? I think. Select a sport to record, cycling. So if I go, so I can, basically, when you're on this app, you can choose your routes. So these are the same routes. Oh, it's not, it's really not.
Oh, hang on,
If you angle the camera up.
there you go, that's, yeah.
It's about as good as we get. Right, so these are the same routes that we saw on Strava on the computer. So you can then select one of these. So where's that? 3 Lake Challenge. I can click on Use Route. So it's showing the route.
This is someone else's route.
So this is the route that I've created, and then we can just hit record. And again, you can bring up the map. So it does all work on the iPhone as well, using Strava, following your own route. But the only thing is the battery does drain very quickly. You'll find on your phone. You know what I'd recommend you switch off as much as you can, like the your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all the other bits.
I find if you just put it into airplane mode on it, it still works. It just needs GPS, doesn't even need internet
Okay.
to navigate the route.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long they last, 3 or 4 hours. Is it that long, or
It's
I'm not too sure.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
doable.
Sorry, Simon, so just to recap then, are you saying that just from a phone, if you've got wires that we've done before,
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
just press
Yes.
use route,
Yeah.
so you don't even need a Garmin?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's what saying Laura does.
Yeah.
But it's not something, it's just something...
Okay. Thanks, Jane. Well, I'll switch back. Yeah. So let me take off auto features, auto scroll.
It is different to every Garmin now.
Right.
The newer ones are different to the older ones. So 3 different generations.
Yeah, they are. So right. So I'm now riding, but I've turned the auto scroll off, so you won't see it scrolling. So on here, you can configure the screens to show different information, and there's so many different data elements. But this first screen, I've got the 3 key things I want to know: time, speed, and distance. Yeah, so they're the 3 top things I have coming up, and I've got average speed as well, because quite often when if we were doing a B ride, we're only supposed to be doing 14 to 16 miles an hour. So that's quite important to know that as a ride leader, that you're not overcooking it.
Sorry, Simon, so you're saying that you can choose those?
Yeah, you can configure each screen. I can. Do you want me to show you how to do that as well? I can.
Well, only if anyone else...
Yeah,
I was
I'll
gonna
show
ask,
you.
Is it limited to the 3 aspects you've got there, or can you add more?
No, you can put whatever you want on any. There's 5 or 6 different screens.
Seems how good your eyesight is.
Yeah, I'll show you that in just a moment. I'll come on to that. So what I've got set up, first page is time, speed, and distance. Then I've got cadence, which is how quickly I'm pedalling, average cadence, heart rate, and the bottom one just shows me a percentage. So if it's saying 100, I know I'm about to pass out, and if it's 0, I'm not pedalling hard enough.
How is your heart rate measured, actually?
So I wear a heart rate strap.
So you have to wear something that, again,
Yeah.
has to download into
Yeah,
Garmin, whether it be a actual...
yeah. I mean, it's all additional
Yeah.
add-ons that you don't really need, but
Yeah.
you know, we love the statistics, don't we? Stats junkie. So the next screen, I've got the time, the temperature, battery, and the maximum speed I've done. And again, you can switch these off or put them on. Then it would scroll around and show me the map. I actually find it quite difficult to see this when I'm riding along. So I tend to, you get the little alerts come up either at the bottom or the top of the screen saying turn left in 200 metres or whatever. So, and you get a little bleep as well. And this one would show you the elevation. So where on previously we switched on that little elevation profile, you see it on here as well.
Vital for doing climbs that you've never been up before. You can see how far you've got to go on a graph chart.
I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
Well,
So
if you're putting in some effort going up a climb, and
Yeah.
you've never done it before, I've always got that on.
I have
Yeah.
a heart rate on to make sure that I know that when the heart stops.
I mean, Stacey, when we were in Mallorca, you were really good on, you know, we get lost somewhere and you'd be straight on your Garmin and say, oh yeah, we can go here, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're quite good at working out where to go, aren't you, on the map?
On the Garmin, yeah, I know my way around the Garmin now pretty well, and you can use the map and it's really good. Just zoom out and you can if you're going east, west, north, south, you can get around on it easy.
Yeah.
It's
But that's the
brilliant.
other problem, isn't it? Like yesterday, it was telling me to go north, go southeast. I haven't got a clue where north or southeast is.
Only if it's not sunny.
Yeah, I'm just pedaling.
Yeah, I think you on your Garmin, go to YouTube, get a cup of coffee, and just go through the basics, sit and learn, and just go through the basic settings.
We've got
It's a
Simon
brilliant
to do
tool.
it for us.
I think there's so many different choices on the Garmin. They're very complex things now.
Mm.
A small little screen,
Yeah.
which makes it a bit harder to work out. So I think that YouTube, that
Yeah.
YouTube will have these extensions you can, with your device going on.
Sit
Yeah, you can
Copy.
sit there and you can't really muck it up. You can go through
Yeah.
the settings, stop, pause it.
I mean, as I say, I've only had this one a couple of weeks, so I've actually spent the last 2 weeks getting quite familiar with it. But once I find with any new gadget, once you've spent the time in setting it up and you've got it how you like it, you then pretty much forget all the flexibility you've got, and all you need to know is start, stop, and that's it, because you've got it all configured. So a lot of my knowledge will probably disappear now, but I needed to know it to get it set up how I wanted it. And on this one, and some of them, the interfaces are a little bit different, but on here, so if I go back into the settings and the activity profiles, and then into ride, which is the one I've been using, the data screens, so that's the bit you want where you can set the information on the different screens. So as I was swiping through them, each page was, the first one was screen 1, so that was my time, speed, distance, average speed. Screen 2, screen 3, screen 4, and all you do is you go into these. So if I'm into screen 1, so it's saying here that I've got 4 fields displayed, and again you can change, you could have just 3, 4, 5 or whatever. So I'm happy that I've got 4 data fields being displayed, so I click on tick. And now if I want to change one of these, so the time I've got displayed at the top, if I click on that, I can then, I'm now about to change that, so it would no longer be the time, it could be something else. And I've got all these categories to choose from, so I could say, okay, let's go cycling dynamics, I don't know what these are, power, whatever, or distance, okay. So it could be lap distance. I think distance to the next waypoint or something like that you can set. There's so many different things. On some of these as well, you can integrate it. If you've got if you've got DI2, it say you're in first gear, you're in second gear.
It tells me now with my new bike on it. It tells me how many times I've changed gears.
It doesn't put it on the dashboard.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It does comes up on my ride. It tells me how many times I've changed gears. When you're going up and down climbs, it's like you've changed 9 million times.
Yeah.
You've only changed a couple of times.
So yeah, look. So we got speed. I could display the instant speed, current speed, or average speed, lap speed, fastest lap, maximum speed. So there's all sorts of different fields you can pick. And again, I'd say set it up initially so you've got a minimum amount of information, because it is just too much coming up at you. And even what I've got set up, I find it difficult to actually comprehend that information when I'm riding. It's like, you have to.
Text message at the bottom.
Yeah.
That lap speed is really good for when you're racing. and you're going
Yeah.
around like a crypt, you can set it on your Garmin, you know you're going around at a lap at 15 minutes. It's a really
Yeah.
handy tool to have.
But
You know you can do the laps in 13 minutes, you know that the big peloton's going too slow, you can whiz off the front and keep doing your 13s.
But these latest ones now as well will show you text messages and things that are coming through on your phone,
Yeah,
and
mine
they're
does that.
yeah.
More reasons not.
Yes.
More reasons to crash because we're looking at Garmin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've learned how to turn it off now.
Yeah, you do have to be careful. But so, I mean, what? Again, I've not really got any more in terms of the agenda. We can have a look individually. I'm sure Stacey's got your help as well. We could look at some of the guys' Garmin's and give a bit of advice. But is there anything else I can show on here at all? I know it's only a sort of you could spend a couple of days going through it. It does take a bit of time getting to grips with it all.
No, I think if I start using it and then I get stuck, I think I'll probably unravel more just doing it
Yeah.
and then going through each one saying what is that. I'll just discover it. I think
Yeah.
there's loads of stuff there I just don't need. I think, and
Yeah.
probably a lot of people won't need.
I'd agree that I think you end up there's too much information coming up at you out of these
What we were
devices.
saying is you can have different, so do one for racing, do one for training, do one for leading. You can have different settings, so when you're going out on a ride, you just press the setting and it's already set up to exactly
Stand
what
next
you
to you,
need.
could be a reason.
Fancy your mates on the way home?
In the car.
Yeah.
Activity Pro, so you go, so you've got race, indoor, you can have there's lots of different rides that you can go on. One thing that I don't understand about it is a different type of maps. that you can have.
Yeah, because I know sometimes if I've been on a mountain bike or a road bike, you can say I don't want to go on, off road, and then I always forget to switch it off when I'm back on the road. But you can't.
So what
You
did
can't
that
create
mean
a
by
profile,
indoor,
can you?
when
Just
you had that one there, it's a ride and it's an indoor.
Yeah. So
Sometimes I like a bit,
indoor, that will
Well,
switch off the
when I'm using
GPS
skiing.
basically because you're on a bike inside your house, so you're not actually physically travelling anywhere.
I didn't say turbo, I was joking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is for the turbo.
Oh,
You get
right.
a speed sensor you can put in the back wheel, and it says don't use the satellite, use the speed sensor for your speed and distance.
But I don't know, Sabina. A point you made actually was, can you do a plan a route from? So that there is, if I can find that, navigation
Dresses.
courses, isn't it? So course creator. I don't know whether your one would have this, but so what we can do.
Lock on road. Oh, Simon, you definitely want to put lock on road on. Otherwise,
Do you?
end up in the bushes.
Do you? I read somewhere you don't want that on.
I don't
Um,
want
Yeah, so on this one, round trip course. So here, it's set for 25 miles. Current location, start direction. You can say north, east, south, or west, and then you just say, and then search. I won't do it, but I think it.
It comes up with a few.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it actually showed. I won't do it now, but it basically,
does come up with some
yeah,
fascinating-
3 or 4 different routes, and you can look at the map, and it basically,
It takes a while to
yeah.
load them.
So if you were somewhere else, yeah, if you've gone away on holiday, you're somewhere else in the country, you don't know the roads,
Yeah.
whatever, you could say, I just want to go for a 25-mile ride,
Yeah.
bang, and it create, and then you just go off and you follow that ride.
Is that the 820, that one?
Yeah, I don't know whether.
Mine was just a basic one.
Well, I've got under courses, and it just goes to course details, and
No,
that's it.
no courses saved. Go back.
No, I know.
On the new Garmin's, that course,
Yeah, of course,
that whole
even if
round
I
trip
scroll
creator
down.
is using Garmin's frequently written data where people have
Oh,
learned to
okay.
Garmin Connect to plot it, just like you do when you create a course on Strava. It's kind of an idea of that. So
Yeah.
people typically would do that.
Okay.
It's their version of the Strava thing, but
Yeah.
a lot less people use that for Strava.
I was going to show Ride with GPS as well, but to be honest, it's very similar to Strava. Garmin Connect, you can also do route building within that.
Yeah.
They're all much the same. You put your points down and you create a route that you can export. Yeah, I mean that's really it. So unless there's anything else as a group, I think maybe we break, have another cup of tea or whatever. We do have to be out by 5, but then we can just help each other out. And I could have a look at your Garmin's or whatever if you like.
For instance, there I've got courses, you know, all the rides that I've done.
Yeah.
Recently. So could I make that into like...
Just click on it and start
Yeah,
it
I think
as a
so.
route.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try.
Yeah.
Just click on it.
Okay, so I mean that's the end of this bit. Yeah.
Well done, Simon.
Thanks. Thank you.